All right, so we're going to do one last thing in our portrait editing. So we've done our curves or levels adjustments to fix the exposure and enhance it. We did some retouching to clean up the environment, maybe clean up some skin or any lint on t-shirts. And now we're going to add a vignette, which is darkening of the edges of our picture. So we're going to head on over to the layers panel, hit new layer, and then we're going to call this vignetting. So V-N-E, so vignette. All right, so now what we're going to do is we need to go over to our gradient tool, G on the keyboard, and we're going to take a look here. We need to first select our neutral density. Neutral density is a way to darken exposure. So this is used a lot in landscape photography where the sky is really bright and then the land itself is darker. So to even out the exposure, you actually put a darkening filter over your lens, or you can do a darkening filter over your picture in post-production. So here we go, neutral density filter. So it's basically a transparent black fading to clear or transparency. And then we're going to make a circle. So radius, circular filter. And then I like to click and drag from the center of my subject. So I'm going to hit reverse. So we're selected on our vignette layer. We have our gradient, neutral density, it's radial. And then we are going to change our blending mode so it blends with the picture to overlay. And then we're going to click and drag out. And we're going to see it darkens the edges of our picture. And then we can turn down how bright that is. Let's see. Screen. Overlay. And then I just changed the blending mode as well to overlay because it blends in with the environment, making it look more natural. Normal versus overlay. It just blends in with the values better. And you want it to look subtle. You don't want it to be super obvious. Sometimes I'll do this a couple times. So let's go back to new layer, name change. So history's here, it's great. I'm gonna change it to normal just so I can show you what it would look like without that. And then again, depending on how gradual you want it, you can drag this out further. Here it's gonna be a little bit more blended, right? And we have dark and light, but now we wanna change our blending mode to overlay so it blends in with the environment more. And then we're gonna turn down the opacity because that's really intense. So you're just trying to subtly draw attention to your subject. Before and after. All right, and you can do similar things. So if I wanted to add a second vignette, here we go. I can actually go in here, do a linear one. Let's see how this looks, because I think that side is a little bright. Oops, wrong way. Command Z. Let's try this. So we have that there. Gonna go to overlay again. And then I can just tone that down a bit. But now I have slightly darker side. So again, just bringing our eye towards our subject. So that is how you add vignetting to your image and also draw attention to your subject subtly.